Talk about loading and unloading. They did it on The View.
I was disgusted when I saw this on the front page of my local Fox News affiliate website.
As you probably heard, Fox's Bill O'Reilly was on The View yesterday, and the conversation about the Ground Zero mosque got so heated that Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg got up and walked off the set.
Why is that? Bill, why aren't we saying...
It's inappropriate.
Why is it inappropriate when 70 families died? What are you
killed
talking
us
about?
on 9/11.
Here, we see a news organization covering a television entertainment program as news. If people want to know why Americans, in general, seem to not care about anything, crap like this is why.
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
The constitutionality of this issue is not in doubt. But to keep the American population entertained and dumbed down to real issues, news organizations cover things like this.
Bill O'Reilly, of course, talked about it on his show just last night.
And I submit to you and everybody watching.
That's enough. They continue to show the whole clip. But to spare you, I will not. Please remember, this subject has already been beaten to death for months by everyone on the zombie box. But they can't let go, and continue to beat a dead horse, even though Rome is burning.
But wait, here's the question. As I mentioned in Talking Points memo, did we say in World War II we were attacked by Japanese extremists or German extremists? Did we do that? No.
No, of
we
course
said
we
we were attacked by Japanese.
And using that kind of logic is what led to all Japanese Americans being rounded up and forced into internment camps. You are obviously clueless about history, but then again, anyone with an IQ over 100 already knows that.
We were attacked by Muslims. That's who attacked us.
My local Fox affiliate even goes as far as having a segment where two local guys sit down in studio and discuss the previous day's show of The View and continue to talk about the mosque.
And today everyone's talking about it, including our Fox Face-Off team of Michael Berry and Geoff Berg.
Well, Jeff, the problem is what you're...
These two guys are funny to watch, and in their conversation, it's obvious that both of them are just repeating lines they have heard over and over again on the zombie box and radio. One seemed intelligent enough until he made a remark that showed how brainwashed he was.
The problem is what you're seeing on this show and what you're seeing with this discussion is Bill O'Reilly's position, whether you agree with that or not, is there is this idea that if you dare equate Muslim and terrorist in the same sentence, there is an accepted opinion. And anybody who doesn't have that opinion, apparently they're racist or Islamophobes. There's room in our country for different opinions.
Sure. Certainly there's room in our country for different opinions. The problem is that this opinion is pervasive on Fox News and in the right wing.
And what's wrong with that?
And because it's wrong, and it is in fact bigoted. And the thought is this: not all Muslims are terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslims. I mean, you would agree that that is a stupid statement.
No.
You wouldn't? So all terrorists are in fact Muslims? Is that what you're saying?
No, but
is that what you're saying?
It's a generalization that is so close that it's understandable. Yeah, of course, there are some non-Muslim terrorists, yes.
Of course. So the statement is wrong, and the only reason to make a statement like that is to engender hatred and fear of Muslims. Muslim Americans, Muslims from the Middle East, Muslims in general.
So in other words, if someone has an opinion that you don't agree with, there's no validity to their point. They're just doing it to anger people.
Well, what's the alternative? What's the alternative explanation? If you say that not all terrorists are Muslims, but all terrorists are Muslims, what is the purpose of that statement?
Maybe that's his opinion.
But just because someone holds the opinion doesn't mean that it's valid. Someone can have an opinion that we didn't walk on the moon,
the point isn't whether he has a valid opinion,
or that government was in on 9/11, which is absurd, ludicrous, and offensive.
Uh-oh. We got a moron here. Is that it?
But that is still an opinion held by people. That doesn't make it valid. Just like the opinion that all terrorists are Muslims is totally invalid, and it's bigoted, and it's intended to engender hatred.
But that's just it. Bill O'Reilly's appearance on The View and them getting up and leaving, nobody expected him to agree with them. The point was through the discussion we might learn something.
Bogus.
But this idea that people on the left have is if you don't agree with me, then you're just bigoted and hateful and you're only trying to excite the masses.
What is the alternative explanation for saying that not all terrorists are Muslims, but all terrorists are Muslims? What's the alternative explanation?
That's his opinion.
So what? If you hold that opinion, if you are dumb enough to have that opinion, which, by the way, I say because Brian Kilmeade this very morning on Fox News expressed that opinion. If you hold that, the only reason you can hold it is because you are incredibly ignorant or because you are a bigot. There's no other explanation.
What level of arrogance is there to say if you disagree with me, your motives are terrible, you're a bad person?
If you're stupid, you're stupid.
Well,
yup, I couldn't agree more. If you're stupid, you're stupid. Best line of the whole stupid conversation.
That signals the end of today's Fox Face-Off, so let us know what you think. Was Bill O'Reilly out of line while he was on The View? You can weigh in on myfoxhoustonlive.com.
What a stupid waste of my time. No wonder the American people are clueless about Rome burning. The media in this country would rather have stories about yesterday's entertainment than carry stories about gold and silver reaching 30-year highs, prices of food doubling or tripling in the past 2 years, or the executive and legislative branch giving away our sovereignty. Hey brainless media, next time you want to cover fruitless, non-important, non-newsworthy subjects, at least give us something to look at. Remember when Anna Nicole Smith was covered non-stop for 1.5 months? Now those were the days. Or hell, what about Operation White Glove? Remember that?